Are you creating a life of freedom with love, joy, and passion? I'm going to ask you a second question. Are you living a life of freedom with love, joy, and passion? Good morning, everybody. Over the last few weeks, what we've done is we've started having a look at creating a life where you feel truly free to express the truth of who you are without the pressure of society. Give me a thumbs up if it's been an amazing journey so far. But what's more important for me is actually living in that space of freedom. And this is what this week is about, and this is what next week is about. So if you, like me, want to live in freedom, not only create a life of freedom, but live it every moment of every day, I'm inviting you to join our academy. Because in the academy, what we do is we walk together day by day, step by step, looking at what are the pressures, releasing those pressures, and creating a space where you truly live in that connection with who you are. So I invite you to click on the link in the description. We have an early bird discount going until Sunday. So click on the link. It's only $9.99 until Sunday. So click on the link in the description now. Are you living a life of freedom with joy, passion, and love? I know that many people experience a space where they don't feel inner joy. That deep joy that you feel where you are beside yourself with joy. But people want to live with that feeling inside of them. I think that the reason for this is because people feel very disconnected with who they are. Now, for example, if you want to feel inner joy, you need to feel complete with who you are. Now, what causes you to not feel complete? For me, one of the reasons we don't feel complete is because of our emotions. One of those emotions that's particularly very, very low in vibration on Dr. Hawkins' level of consciousness scale is shame, guilt, and blame. Now, when we blame ourselves, never mind other people, but when we blame ourselves for things, what happens is we disconnect. If you're blaming yourself, then you're saying that you are wrong. And when you say that you are wrong, you disconnect. And what do you disconnect from? You disconnect your physical being from your spiritual being. So you disconnect your spiritual well-being from your physical well-being. You disconnect your heart from your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. All of these parts of you become disconnected. And not only sometimes is there like a disconnect, but there is a lack of attachment that forms with, so there's a detachment, and after a long period of time of blaming yourself, what happens is there's almost like a distance between all the different aspects of who you are. Remember what we've been saying. If you remind yourself, here you are as a person with all the different aspects, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your physical. And when we want to feel inner joy, it's important that what we do is we connect. We feel that sense of completion. But when you blame yourself, what you're doing is you're blaming one of these parts of you, and you're saying that one of them is incorrect, one of them is wrong. So there is a detachment that takes place on one of these levels. And after a long period of time blaming yourself, that detachment becomes distance. So eventually, what happens is that, let's say, for example, your mental body becomes so far detached. There's such a big distance between your spiritual body and your mental body that we feel incomplete. And when we feel incomplete, there isn't that space for us to experience inner joy, because inner joy comes when your heart feels connected with all the different aspects of who you are. I think that another reason why we don't feel complete is when we don't allow ourselves to experience emotions. Now, one thing that we do is we blame ourselves for the thoughts that we have, but another thing that we do is we blame ourselves for the emotions that we have. So when we blame ourselves again, there is a detachment that takes place. And if we continue to blame our emotions, if we continue to say that our emotions are wrong, eventually there is a distance between our emotional body and our spiritual body. So by saying that I can't feel anger, I can't feel guilt, I can't feel blame even, for example, when you say I can't and I'm not allowed to, I'm not supposed to, I shouldn't be, we suppress. And when we push down, we're not allowing. And when we're not allowing, there is that disconnect and eventually that distance. So to feel that inner joy is to allow our emotions, to give our emotions permission. Now, when you give your emotions permission, you're not giving them power. Hear the difference. You give it permission to express itself like you would a friend. Observe a consciousness. You're sitting on the couch and you're listening to your friend and you're saying, okay, tell me how you feel. Why do you feel this? Absolutely. You go and you listen, and there is a distance. You're not in your friend's world. You're not in the world of the emotions, but you're allowing the emotion. The emotion doesn't have power over you. You're just allowing it that space with respect. Love, honor, and respect. Remember we were saying, if you create a space where your entire world as a lifestyle is unconditional love and support, not only to people, to friends, to yourself, to your emotions. You have the power over your emotions and you have the power to choose your emotions. But it's important, like we said in the beginning of the course, it's important for us to feel those emotions rather than to push them down. Because if you push one emotion down, you create a belief system that emotions are wrong. Emotions are not powerful. Emotions are not good. So what's going to happen unconsciously is you're going to push down joy. You're going to push down passion. You're going to push down excitement because it's not okay for you to feel emotions. You're not going to feel one emotion more than others if you are in that space, in that belief system. Only reason why what happens is we end up experiencing more emotions than other is, like I said on day one, is that when we consistently radiate or vibrate at a certain frequency, that becomes the normal level of consciousness that we experience our life in. So when we allow ourselves to feel our emotions, joy, blame, guilt, doubt, whatever it is that we're feeling, when we allow ourselves the space to feel that, it is released and it gives us the space to move up, to experience joy, which is over here at 540, which is what we're talking about today. So give me a thumbs up if you feel that if we allow ourselves to experience emotions, we will experience that deep sense of inner joy that we want. Give me a thumbs up if you feel that if we allow our emotions, we will experience the inner joy that we want. And I feel that if we want to experience this deep sense of inner joy, we need to ask ourselves, what makes our hearts sing? The very, very first term that I resonated with when I started my spiritual journey was, what makes my heart sing? And I used to ask people, what makes your heart sing? What makes your heart sing? And to me, that term means when your heart is singing like nobody is listening, is exploding with passion, is exploding with joy. So my question to you today is, what makes your heart sing? In order to feel inner joy, we need to know, understand, yes, but also know on a soul level what makes our heart sing. And for me, what makes my heart sing is, number one, feeling a sense of connectivity, feeling connected. When all of the different aspects of who I am are connected, when my physical well-being and my spiritual well-being are connected, when my mental well-being, my emotional body, my spiritual body, all of my bodies are connected, when I am connected with all the aspects of who I am, I feel my heart sings. When I feel complete, I also feel that my heart sings. When I feel a sense of worth, when I feel a sense of value, when I feel that who I am is okay and I'm not blaming myself, when I feel complete and worthy and whole, then my heart sings. And when I feel free, when I feel free to express, to say, to be, when I feel free to be who I truly am, then my heart sings. So my question to you is, what makes your heart sing? Give me a thumbs up if your heart sings when you feel complete. Give me a thumbs up if you feel your heart sings when you feel connected. Give me a thumbs up if your heart sings when you feel free. And what I would like to encourage you to do is I'd like you to type in the comment section below, what is it that makes your heart sing? Now, why type in the comment section below? Because we're on this journey together. When you type something in, it awakens something in somebody else. So you're not typing for me, you're typing for the people watching this video. Type in what makes your heart sing. For me, it's feeling complete, connected, and free. But what about you? Your growth work, my encouragement is that you notice today when you are in that space of inner joy, when your heart is singing. Notice when you feel like your heart is singing and write it down. Write it down in the comment section below, but more importantly, write it down in your journal. Write down in your journal what makes your heart sing. And then I'm going to encourage you, this is what I say to some of my one-to-one clients, is I say that what you want to do is maybe get in the back of your journal and write down what makes my heart sing. And every day, write down one thing that makes your heart sing. After 365 days, you will have 365 things that make your heart sing. And my encouragement is that you do one of these things every single day that make your heart sing. By doing one of those things every single day, what you're doing is you're moving up the level of consciousness. You're existing here, and then this will become your average level of consciousness. This will become where you start to vibrate, and you will start to move yourself up the scale. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to be having a look at gratitude as a skill of bringing yourself up the level of consciousness so you can experience freedom. So I'm inviting you again. I'm inviting you to click on the link in the description, because this is what the Academy is all about. The Academy is about giving you daily tools and tips so that you can live a life of freedom. It's about watching these videos every day, because as you know, as of the in 3 weeks' time, these videos are only going to be shown in the Academy. Mondays, I'm still going to be doing Facebook Lives for you guys, but all the rest of the day is for the Academy. So if you want to live in freedom, if you want to connect with inner joy, if you want to connect with that feeling of being complete, connected and free, click on the link in the description and join our Academy. It's only $9.99 until Sunday because of the early bird discount. The light within me greets the light within you. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day where you experience moments where your heart sings the whole day. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.